Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium, CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Mexican bishop favors abortion. A Mexican bishop has been exposed for heading two organizations that support abortion after a Vatican investigation revealed that he also sponsors a homosexual organization in his diocese. LifeSite News reports that Bishop Raul Vera Lopez of Saltillo, Mexico, is in charge of two groups under the, quote, All Rights for Everyone network, which endorsed the legalization of abortion on demand in Mexico City in 2007. Bishop Vera claims he does not support abortion, but rather fights the persecution of people who choose to have abortions. LifeSite News says they plan on investigating the issue further, but in the meantime, you can read the full article on our resource page by clicking the link right over here. Ordinance against life. San Francisco city government is attacking the free speech rights of the city's crisis pregnancy centers with a new law proposal. LifeNews.com says NARAL Pro-Choice California is working with Supervisor Malia Cohen to force pro-life counseling centers to post signs outside their locations disclosing whether or not they provide contraceptives or have medical staff on hand to perform abortions. Cohen is calling the pro-life centers targeted by her law a serious threat to so-called reproductive rights, saying that they, quote, push anti-abortion propaganda and mistruths on unsuspecting women, end quote. Similar laws have been shot down as unconstitutional in court in Maryland, New York City, and Washington State. Orthodox prison prejudice. The Orthodox Church is banning Catholic priests from visiting inmates in the prison system in Belarus, according to a new report. Forum18.org reports that Catholic priests are only allowed to visit prisoners at the request of an inmate or at a location where the majority of the population is Catholic, while Orthodox priests conduct services and visit every jail. One Protestant minister also says that non-Orthodox inmates are afraid of practicing their religion because the prison staff's attitude toward them will be tougher. You can read the full article on our resource page by clicking on the link right outside the screen. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
Burqua Ban. Muslim women must keep their faces uncovered in public, according to a legislation approved by the Italian Parliamentary Commission. This law, an extension of an existing law forbidding masks for public safety reasons, prohibits any face covering, such as a burqa, also known as a naqib. Violators face fines up to several €100, while any third party who forces a woman to cover her face could be jailed for up to a year. The law is sponsored by a politician from Morocco who says she wants to help women integrate into a primarily Catholic Italian culture and out of segregation. Military bans Bible. A military ethics class on just wars has been suspended from the Air Force because it includes biblical quotes and references. The class, called, quote, Christian Just War Theory, has been taught by military chaplains for over 20 years and uses the Bible to prove the morality of missile launches during wartime. David Smith, an Air Force spokesman, claims that the class was an inappropriate approach in a, quote, pluralistic society. The Air Force argues that it contradicts the separation of church and state, while defenders claim that the suspension of the class is a violation of freedom of religion. The controversy has driven the military to further review the class material and decide whether to amend the curriculum or simply cancel the class. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And be sure to check out The Vortex today, where Michael talks about the danger of surrendering to evil mixed with good. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tell all your friends about us. And as always, God bless.